Hey guys, Tank here. Got a bunch of people that's supposed to come and join us soon, hopefully. If you want to join in, you just have to click on the link. A bunch of people that's supposed to come. Ah, I'm double broadcasting. Those newbies. Anyways, in the chat window, I'm going to be putting a link for you guys to actually come and join in. That's as soon as I can find the chat window. Wow, I disabled the chat for now. I'm going to have to fix that. That is so strange. First time it actually does that. Wow. That is strange. Anyways, I just came back from our local, it's not a club, local people here in Ottawa that we meet up every second Thursday of the month. So we show up, show what we got new and what we're working on. So I actually brought my trailer, my motorized trailer, to actually show them. So let me show you real quick what it's up to now. I'll be right back. And we are back. Kind of. Okay. So I'll just tilt the camera back. So that's so far what I got painted on it. Is that. So I painted the top. These are going to be painted gray or double shade or just a black, just as if the windows were to be tinted. I put longer shocks on it, so now it actually, when you drive it, it actually gives you trailer sway. So it's kind of cool. I won't bother putting sway bar or even putting thicker oil because it's just fun to drive. And actually, when you're driving along, and it just it does this when you go like this with the front wheel. It turns pretty well because the wheels are not locked. So this is my powered trailer. So on this side, I put a little window, and on the other side, I got my door, which I did not paint black yet. So I'm still working on it. So hopefully soon I'll get some stuff done. Let's see if the chat has started. Because it wasn't working a couple minutes ago. So we have some people watching, which is good. Let me see if I can't fix this. I did click on different settings this time, but I don't think I disabled the chat. That's what I find very weird right now. So let me turn it back on. Really? So it does say that the chat is actually disabled. Let me see if I can't fix that real quick. It's the first time that it actually does that. Sorry for that. We have technical difficulties right now. We'll be right back after these messages. Oh, enable live chat. Let's see if that saves it. Wonder if I can, and I know I did not disable that. See if that works. And I know I did not disable that. There we go. We have live chat back on. So if you're watching now, just close the window or refresh your page, and the live chat should come up on the side corner. And I am typing right now the link to actually come and join in. like that. You guys can click the link and join in. Let me set up my window because I'm actually watching myself. Yeah, Tony, I have technical problems right now, but I think I got it resolved. And I got a big light right there on top of my head. Not everybody's fancy with studio lights, but I am thinking of doing setting up the table differently here, so I can actually do a front-facing camera when I'm doing this, much like Tony does and a bunch of other people do. So it's a little bit easier like that. You don't see the side of me, and I don't have to move things around. And we have Cappy here. If you guys want to jump in, go right ahead. Do you see the link? Oh, Tony says he's got his own issues. I had to sneeze. Another technical issues. I'll be okay. And I got some water. It was very, very cold here lately, and Tony had snow. We had some snow also. But right now it's actually 8 degrees here, and it's raining. It's raining like crazy, and it's supposed to rain till tomorrow. A lot of snow has actually melted because today was very, very warm, and tomorrow was supposed to be warm. But then it's supposed to, by tomorrow night, we're supposed to be in the minus again. So it's kind of cold again, and we're going to have a big snowstorm. And my son is having a hockey tournament for the next 3 days. And we have Kagan with us.
Hey, Frank.
Hey. So what are you working on?
I just set up a tripod this week so I'd have actual decent pictures for you guys to see.
Cool. Gonna be nice and stable?
Yep, exactly. Thought I'd show you the SCX-10 I tried to show you last week.
So what do you got? How are you holding all your stuff? Is it Velcro?
No, I just used the body pins.
Okay, the body pins.
Yeah, I haven't done any bodies with Velcro or magnets yet.
Okay. Let me put this big guy away. Yeah, so tonight I went to a local crawl, so I brought my trailer, powered trailer, and my SCX-10 to play with, because they always have little structures inside and we can climb on, and everybody was playing with them. I got a couple of videos done. So that was kind of fun. And then I handed my remote to Chris from GCM Racing, and he actually, I'll just put me back on, and he actually drove it. So, and it was funny because he was really enjoying it, and he was finding it a blast to drive, because now with the longer shock, I actually get trailer sway on it. So he was really enjoying it. It was fun.
Nice. So when you go around corners, it curves a little bit better now, maybe?
Oh yeah, it turns pretty good. I was surprised, and even Chris and a whole bunch of people were surprised that it actually turns very good the way I got it set up with the because it's an airplane rear landing wheel that I actually used for the front. So it actually works pretty good.
Nice.
So your SCX-10 is an SCX-10 too?
This is an SCX-10-1, but I also have the SCX-10-2 XJ.
Okay. And what do you have for axles? Because from here, it looks like they're covered.
Yeah, they're into G.
Okay.
And then there's like a steel skid plate from Amazon, RPM steering knuckles, hot racing steering link covered by some, it's called wire loom, just some plastic stuff to keep it from scratching up.
Okay.
Then just stock wild board drive shafts, aluminum skid plate with little rollers on it. I don't know if it works any better or not. But then it's got the beef tubes inside the axles.
Cool.
I put the SEX-10-2 electronics trays in, and run 2 battery trays in here. One, I'm going to put a winch on when I get the RC 4-wheel drive bumper in eventually.
Cool. Yeah, me, I actually put my winch underneath that battery tray. It actually fits. A 1/10 winch actually fits under there. It's kind of cool.
Funny you said that. I just watched that video maybe 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yep. We were talking about putting the plow on with the 2 servos also.
Okay.
That looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, I got one of those plows.
Yeah, that V plow is awesome.
Yeah, I just received my servos. Now I have to figure out which remote I'm going to use, or actually try to set it up and make it work. But I'm trying to finish off my trailer also. So
I see.
It's a long winter, so I got lots of time to get the plow going.
True. I was wondering how the toy hauler was coming.
Toy hauler I haven't touched in a long time. It's right there in the corner, and there's a boat on it and a body and a bunch of stuff, but I haven't played with it. I started building a new trailer for it. It's going to be an awesome trailer. I'll be able to put five RCs on it.
Okay.
The trailer is about 5 feet long.
Wow. That's impressive.
It's a trailer. You've probably seen those big long trailers that kind of go like that, and then the last car is actually on top of the truck, kind of.
Yep.
So that's what I'm building in the shed, and I started, and I got my brother's welder, and I'm trying to before it got cold, I was trying to learn how to do it, and my hardest part is I don't have all the right tools yet, especially the grinder, because the metal I'm using actually have paint on it, so I have to scrape all the paint to get a good weld.
Yep, get to the bare metal.
Yeah, so I've been heating the metal, and because then the paint burns, and then I clean it. It's a heck of a lot faster. So there's
stick welder or a stick welder? Wire MIG?
Yeah, it's a wire, this small little wire inside.
Yep, that's a wire MIG welder. Do you have a gas setup that hooks up to it or anything? All that does is make a little bit cleaner weld. Without it, you can still do really good welds.
No, I don't know if it has a gas setup for it, but
Gotcha.
I did buy, and that's why I'm trying now. I did buy the Weller, the one that it's a small little torch, but I got the 2 propane the propane and the oxygen and the nap.
Okay.
And then it becomes a very thin flame and very hot, and that actually worked pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's what I'm trying to figure out now is how to hold my metal down, especially like when you're taking 2 rods and I'm putting the 2 rods like that.
I see.
How to hold them perfectly straight to weld them together, or not weld, but braze them together.
Yeah.
And keep them straight. Because when you're heating metal, sometimes it actually bends a little bit. But then if I put it on the concrete, I noticed like I was using a little concrete step slab to actually weld on, but like that I don't burn my desk. But I noticed that if I put too much heat on those, it just pops like crazy.
Okay.
The concrete pops. So I'm trying to find myself a good surface. Pardon me?
Maybe a ceramic tile.
A ceramic tile, okay.
Might take temperature better.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I see Chris doing some brazing and stuff. That's pretty neat too.
Yeah. And when I was at the event, I brought my SEX-10 with me to play around. Also, because I knew my trailer can't crawl. It's just a fun little thing to drive around.
Sure.
So as I'm putting my battery into my SEX-10, I realize, shoot. Last time I took that truck out with some friends here at the back, the motor started to smoke.
Oh boy.
And I ran it until it died. It did not want to go any more forward, and it stunk like crazy. So I went there with a truck that had a burnt motor. So I couldn't play.
Yep.
So I forgot that I had to change the motor in that one. I do have a spare one here, but I just didn't bother putting it in yet. So
Gotcha.
got to put that on my list.
Yep.
And people are always selling RCs over there or selling parts. So I got a servo pretty cheap, and I got some stickers, and I also picked up this little guy.
Oh, cool. 16th E-Revo?
Yeah, 16th E-Revo. So theoretically, that's my second one.
Yep.
And I've always said I don't have two of the same cars, but
that's the one to have two of.
Yeah. Well, my son's got one, so now I got this one. This one's kind of cool because he's put very small tires on it, and they're narrow.
Oh yeah, those are sharp.
So they look just crazy on this. So they're the Super Swampers.
Yep.
The TSL SX. So they're the small one.
Like
so they should be kind of fun, and I figured. And the fun part with it is it's got an ESC on it. It's a Sidewinder ESC.
Oh wow, nice.
And it's brushless. I got a bag full of parts. I got another chassis. The guy says you've got almost enough part to almost build another one with all the electronics. But it's almost ready to run in the sense that I have to put my receiver in it and bind it and go. So it actually runs.
Wow,
and I got this as a great deal of $50.
Holy cow! Any component in that is worth $50.
Yeah, I know. Like just the tires and a couple things.
Body, the motor. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I know
because if you just take
slash parts too, you made that second slash when you had all the extra parts. So
yeah. So because I was actually thinking of getting a second one and doing a second version of the of my rat rod. Oh. So actually making another, not a rat rod, but making something different, but in the same form factor. In other words, putting a rear axle on it, just like I did on the first one. Gotcha. A solid axle. Yep. So what I did on my other one is I took the rear axle off and I extended the dry shaft, actually built a bridge, and everything's holding. So I had the 12-inch wheelbase. I was using the same transmission, everything like that, and I made my rat rod. Right. So now I'm thinking maybe I should take this apart again and build something else. I don't know yet. Or I'll keep it like that, or I'll scrounge the parts off of it. I don't know. But for the price, I couldn't pass it up. It was too good of a little deal to pass up.
Yeah, you have to inventory your extra parts, and maybe you could make a rat rod out of that.
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, I made this out of my extra parts from my Axial SCX10, like the links and the steering links. I made it's a truck, I guess you'd call it a roof rack or something like that for carrying pipe on. And then out of the spare parts tree, I clipped all the extra parts out of it and made this rack. Just zip tied it all together, a few screws, and then the shock hoops, some angled aluminum.
That's a lot of crap on the truck, like on that rack.
It's like a pound, yeah, at least maybe a pound and a half. There's actually a little kid in here, in a car seat, and a dog. All sorts of crap. I don't know if you can see it.
It looks like some people have problems logging on. Which link did you use to log on?
I went right through YouTube, that first link you put on.
Okay.
The one that's in orangish yellow.
Yeah, I just pasted again. Looks like they're saying that they can't log on because. Let me see if I can't do another one.
Yeah, this was happening with Tony the other night and you guys.
Yeah, I know.
I fell asleep. I didn't get to get on with you. I felt bad.
I'll just copy paste again and put it on the link. Let's see if that works.
Right.
There is a link on my Facebook page, and there is a link on Google Plus, on my page on Google Plus.
Looks like Tony just joined in. Hey.
That worked.
Google Plus. So what are your issues? You said you have your own issues.
Huh? Oh, I have my own issues starting up live stuff all the time. Nothing ever goes as planned, Tank. You know that.
Yeah, I know. So what are your issues? You said you have your own issues.
That's just with getting stuff set up. Oh.
Yeah, you're getting double audio. Cool. So Cappy says it's taking him to the Google. So you use the link I sent you on the site?
It'll take you to Google Plus, and you have to sign up for it and stuff.
Yeah.
The second link worked. The first one just said there was an error with the video. So I don't know what was going on, but it wasn't working.
Hmm.
The second one worked fine.
Cool.
I had the same issue the other night, though.
Yeah, just try copying that link and put it, instead of clicking on it, copy the link and paste it on the top bar. I don't know. It worked for Tony, so that's very weird.
It's almost like you're only inviting one person. What if you just copy the link from the top of your bar, Tank, and paste that? That's what worked for me last time. It's almost like when you do the invite someone, it's good for one person.
Really? Here, try that one. Try that second one, Cappy. That one I just pasted. Way too many clicks.
It is. There should be a much easier way to make it.
Yeah. So, Tony, you should get one of these guys. One of those little 1/16 mini Revo.
Yeah.
They're really cool to play with and really fun. And take back a lot of power. They do wheelies, backflips. They're really cool. So what the guy did on this one, he actually put where the battery tray used to be, he actually cut the top and put the ESC right in there.
Ah.
So it brings all the electronics a little lower, and then you can use the other side to put the battery in, because the battery goes into this tray.
That's smart. You put a bigger battery in that way too, or no, not really?
No, in this one you can't put a big battery. It's a short little battery, but still, I think they're 1200 milliamps. So they run for 15-20 minutes, depending how much power you give them. But this one had a lot of cool hop-ups. It's got all RPMs casters. It's got dog bones for the front, so they're actually upgrades.
Cool.
At the back, it's got the regular dry shafts. But it's really cool, all the upgrades that's on here for the $50 that I paid. So just
that's all you paid for it, $50?
Yeah, I paid $50 for it. So I'm happy.
I'll take it for 50. I'll buy it from you.
51. I'll go 51.
Oh, there we got an auction.
I think YouTube frowns upon that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I don't even have a receiver for it yet, so I don't know. I'm going to finish my other projects that I have. This one's going to sit on the shelf, and I'll see what happens to it later. I might sell it. I might keep it. I have no idea.
Which one is that one? I missed it. Trying to get in.
Oh, it's this little Revo. This little Revo, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or sell it or whatever. But for the price, I couldn't pass it up. It was just
Can't blame you.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't have to convince me. You just have to convince your wife, right?
My wife has not to do that. I'm just gonna hide it somewhere on the shelf so she doesn't see it.
Yeah, it just blends in with the 100 you have.
Yeah. I think that makes my 36, I think. 36 or 38, I can't remember.
Wait, did you just get it?
Yeah, I got it tonight at the I got it tonight at our RC meet.
Yeah, where you took the trailer?
Yeah, where I took the trailer.
And your smoked out crawler?
Yeah, I smoked a crawler last crawl, like just before winter hit here. Some friends from the Quebec side actually came here, and we had some fun in the mud and had some fun on my trail. So I was showing him my trail, and I was climbing the hill, and then I tried to do the sandy hill. So I was trying to push up, and all of a sudden I start smelling smoke again. I go, oh, last time it was smoking a little bit, but this time it smoked more. So yeah. I just cooked the motor.
It happens.
Brush motor.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a brush motor, and it wasn't a used one from somebody that I picked up for I think $5, but it's a 35 turn HPI, which is not you can't change the brush on it. It's sealed.
Yep. Yep.
So So I had this one, which is an Intergy. That's the original one that was in my truck, and that one is very dirty. And I blew this one also, but I think this one, it's the brush, because I did take the brush out, and there's barely anything left on the brush.
Okay. So
I did get some new brush for it, but one of my friend told me before putting the brush in to bring it to him, and he's going to put it on his lathe, he's going to clean it up, and then we're going to put the brush, and then it's going to be even better and stronger. So he says, don't put the brush in it because the brush are going to get used faster. So I got to bring it to him next week, and he's going to retune it and fix it for me. So this is going to go back into my SCX10, which is a 35 turn.
Terrific.
It's nice when you have friends around that can actually help you out with the RCs and the motors and getting the motor tweaked.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Because there's so much things that, well, even me, I don't understand on these motors, is that you can actually put it together, but then you can actually turn it a little bit so you can tweak the motor. What it does, I have no idea, but some people actually do that.
Gotcha. Get the peak performance out of it. Yeah.
So Cappy says he's going to see us another time. He can't get on.
Oh. It's a bummer.
Yeah. Well, he would get on, but he says he's running out of time.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, just as he got it to work, he's out of time. Well, Dave from Radio Control Patrol, he was supposed to come in tonight, but he got a big cold. He's feeling like crap. And he says he doesn't sound too good. So he's talking from the nose or whatever. So I told him, well, you could log on, shut off your camera, because he says he looks like shit. I said, we don't need to see you, but you can talk to us. But I don't know if he's going to log on.
No worries.
Understood. I wasn't feeling great earlier today. Kind of got a second wind.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Something going around, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for those of us who aren't used to the cold like you got up there.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to
like today
in October.
Today, let's see, Ottawa weather.
Body's looking nice, Tony.
I'm liking it.
Right now, it's 45 Fahrenheit.
That's not too bad.
7 Celsius. So what's funny with that is that it's so, to me, it's very nice. You're outside and it's like, wow, it's almost like summer again, because you get so used to being in the minus 30, and when it hits to +7, it's like, oh, it's nice outside.
Right. I saw that Aaron Medic had taken a little vacation to get away from the cold.
Yeah.
Is he further north than you?
Yes, he is. If you go straight, yes, he's in Calgary.
Oh, okay.
Just outside of Calgary. And Calgary is a little farther north than me. But what's neat with Calgary is they get Chinooks. So sometimes they get a lot of snow, sometimes they don't. But when they get a Chinook, and they get those all the time. I live in Calgary for 5 or 6 years, 7 years. And when they get Chinook, Chinook is very low temperature, high temperature. So instead of, I've seen working in construction there that it was like +20, and you get +20 for maybe 3 or 4 days in a row.
Wow.
Like we were wearing shorts in the middle of winter working outside in construction.
Wow.
And then 2 days later, it's friggin' freezing again. You got your toque and your scarf, and you're going to work on construction.
Yeah, it's a good way to get sick.
That's what happened here. We got snow and cold, and then now it's 70 degrees.
Yeah. Is the snow all melted now?
Most of it.
Okay.
Yeah, about ready to do some speed runs and get out and test out that Revo.
Cool. Nice. So you got the pinstripe done. You got the pinstripe done. I'll put you on present, so when I'm talking, it doesn't cut you off. Because I'm looking at you. You're working on some little pinstripes.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna paint your black first, and then you're gonna do your light colors.
Yeah, I just got chrome. I just picked up a few things. Hold on a second here. I'll grab a couple of things I can show you. Went to Hobbytown and got their Spaz sticks.
Yes. Yeah, the Spaz stick chrome is very nice.
But they said I had to do this backer behind it, so I got a black backer to go behind it.
Okay.
So I had to buy these two things. Not cheap.
No, they're not.
$12.99 for the chrome. I guess this one was cheap. It's only $6, but $12 for the chrome. So I hope it's worth it. I'm making the lines a little thicker than they should probably have to be, just so that they'll stand out.
Okay.
I did above the door too, where it'd be like little trim work. Yep. And I've reworked the back end because on the real truck, the handle's down inside this piece, but they have it set above. And then there was a couple other things. The fenders here in the real truck, they sit like down flush with this. And so this line can't go straight.
Yep.
And it's too narrow of a gap here if I kind of match this, but I have to line it all up with the back.
Okay.
Around the, this will be like a gray color, maybe gunmetal gray, and then, the chrome.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of making my own. I'm dipping it down to, kind of meet up with it. So it's not completely scale, but I mean, it's the best I can do with the body because the body doesn't run. I mean, they've cropped it up here on the back. So at least from the 1980 Chevy that I'm modeling it after. So it'll be cool, I think. I'm looking forward to it. I still need to do the front. I done out the front, but now I got to do the buckets. But I'm going to have to do some kind of separation there to leave some black peeking through.
Yep.
Which I've done here on the bottom. And then I want it probably around the grill somehow away from these light buckets. And I think it's supposed to be silver, another silver line going here. So I'll have to get a little bit of spacing. I'll get creative with it. But I think it'll look all right.
What I find what takes the longest time is actually prepping everything and making sure you have everything right, all the tape right and all that. That's what takes the longest.
Yeah, this part will take a while, and then peeling it all out. And then certain things I'll just paint on the exterior with just a little paint marker. The Chevy logo. I might do the lights that way. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I'll probably just use the decals to start with, and then if those kind of fade or whatever, I might take them off and then put, paint on the outside.
Cool.
I just don't feel like buying a whole spray can of red and yellow to do the markers and all that.
Yeah.
So maybe I can find somebody that makes a 3D printed front end for it. That'd be pretty cool. And it doesn't have little bump outs for the mirrors or any of that kind of type of scale thing. Yeah. So a lot of it'll just, I'll probably use, I won't even use marker. You won't see these little ribs here because those are going to be black. Yeah, we'll see.
Cool.
It's looking cool though. I can't wait. I've got my axles in. I'm afraid to show them after Medic's video today.
What did Medic talk about the axles?
No, I just talked about Hobby Kill.
Yep.
And so these aren't name brands, so I got them on eBay. But I got these axles and stuff to go in the truck. They're metal.
Cool. Those are Chinese one.
Yeah, I guess. They shipped from Los Angeles. That's all I know. eBay. But yeah, I'm guessing so. But I did buy MIP drive shafts today at Hobbytown, as well as some hot racing shocks.
So you are supporting your local hobbies.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yep.
Right on.
Cool.
So even the car I reviewed last night, I pointed out for U.S. people, you can buy it at Hobbytown right now for $250, their version of it. So, I mean, that's cheaper than what they're selling it for on the Chinese site if you don't use the coupons. So they're being competitive.
Good.
But I think 500 million's that happened over time. I don't think that was a quick quick.
Okay, what do you got there? You got a big Revo, eh?
Looks nice. I like that bumper.
Yeah, that's a what do you call that bumper again?
T-bone.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll show you the whole thing.
Now you had a shroud in there for dirt.
Yep. Yeah, it's a hot racing chassis shroud. I find that they're a little short, so I'll take duct tape and double it up, and then hook the Velcro onto the duct tape. Makes it a little taller.
Smart.
Then a hobby wing cooling fin.
Cool.
Fan. But yeah, this is the skid plate and front rear bumpers. RPM A-arms.
Yeah, that's a different skid plate underneath the whole body. Usually you just have a very thin edge.
Thick Delrin.
Cool. You got RPM arms also?
Yeah, I made this stand too. Yeah, these are RPM arms. Bumpers. Proline tower or body mounts.
Those are original tires, right?
Yep, these are the Talons.
Yeah.
I usually just keep them on the shelf. I have a set of Proline shockwaves. Good for it. I haven't even put them on it yet, but I'll probably use those.
Cool.
Looking at getting 2S batteries soon. Sorry, go ahead.
Radio Control Patrol is on, and he's watching us. He says, hello, everyone. I see everyone is doing well. Yeah, we are. We're not coughing. Well, none of us are anyways.
Nope.
And Trapnell says T-bone trasher.
Mm-hmm.
So that bumper actually helps you out, not on the wheel. Like it doesn't protect your wheel, but it does protect your arms a little bit and the body. That's what I find weird with those truck is there's nothing that protects your. Oh, we just lost them. There's nothing that protects the wheels. So when you're hitting a post or you're hitting something, there's nothing to protect those wheels.
Mm. They stick out.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the truggy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Or a buggy, even, I guess. They're more prone to breaks like that.
Yeah.
I should have had Dave do some work on this for me. His painting's awesome. He's got the skills there.
Well, he's working on 2 or 3 trucks right now painting. So yeah, he's got the rat rod. He's got 2 versions of the rat rod. He's got another truck he's painting, his own truck. So Dave says thanks, Tony.
No time for little old me. I understand, Dave. I understand.
Dave's a busy man.
Yeah, man. When you got skills, people want to use it. I want you to do stuff. I can't even imagine how many requests Hemistorm gets to paint bodies.
Yeah, he must get a lot.
Oh my gosh. Gotta be insane.
I have to glue my camper back on. I was at the hobby store. I went to the local hobby store, picked up a horn, a push-pull horn, and I was showing them the trailer, and then I hit the side of the cabinet. So I'm really getting that echo. Anyways, I hit the corner, and I cracked my camper at the back, so I got to re-glue it.
That's a bummer.
Where is my other Revo?
How many do you have now? That's kind of a funny statement. Where's my other
Revo?
Yeah. Multiple.
It's just that I want to see the big difference on the wheels. So when I'm looking at them, I got one that has wide wheels and the other one has skinny wheels. So it makes it very different.
The one would cut through the mud a little better, probably.
You're bashing on the street sometimes. But these things are fun in the beach or whatever. So.
What's your favorite car that you have, Tank, that's not crawler?
For bashing and having fun, it would have to be the Slash. I think the Slash is very fun to have fun and bash with.
Okay.
Would be my funnest, and then it'd be a street racer. It would be my Jeep Drifter or my TT01.
Okay.
The MO3s and the MO6, I like them a lot. They're fun. But if you really want speed and doing backflips and having fun at the skate park, the E-Revo is a blast.
Yeah. That's what it looks like from all the videos. Every video I've seen of an E-Revo has made me want one. And I finally got one.
They're fun. They're built like a tank. But as soon as you, like we talked about the other day, as soon as you put 6S in it, and you start blowing stuff.
Yeah, I've got a 4S charging for mine right now. That's what I'm going to go with in the beginning, and then we'll see what we do from there. But the less stuff that I break now, the better I feel.
Okay.
Just because of time. certain ones I'll go out knowing I'm going to break. I don't mind breaking the X-Max because it's so easy to work on.
Okay.
But the other ones, if I can avoid it, I'm trying to.
We have
There's a
2K
group I'm a
back
part of.
We
Go
got
ahead.
2K back road. Sorry, Tony. I got 2K back road here that says, "Hey, what's up, everyone?" So he's just saying hi. He's in the chat room.
Cool. Be great if they could bring that chat room into the hangout as well.
Yeah.
The other chat room's useless.
Yeah, it is. And what I kind of don't like is that you lose all those chats once it's published the video.
Yeah.
So you don't see all the chat, all the comments. You lose those and you can't get them back.
Right. And so you look like an idiot when you're answering, if you don't read the comment and you're just answering somebody. It's like, what is he talking about? Yep. I think Facebook's definitely they've worked that out pretty well. They're, where it even comes in when the comment is made. It's timed as far as the release of it. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, it is. And what's weird with this setup, the one we're using, which is Google Hangout, is that there's a chat room in our window that we're using.
That's only for us.
A chat room on the live chat that the people are watching. So I have to keep both of them open and keep looking at both of them. So
yeah, there's definitely some things that they could do a little better. And the ones where you want it to be an open chat, you should just be able to have a little button to join underneath the video.
Yeah.
Would make sense as well. Maybe we should take over running YouTube for him for a little bit. Get him back on track.
So I'm gonna take this apart. My camera went all funky. And I'll reglue the back of it. Just put the camera down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. So the way I got the camera set up.
Dave from RC Patrol says the life of a streamer is so hard, eh, Tank?
Yeah, it is.
Somewhere there's a way to do a pop-out chat. Let me do that. Let me keep everybody's chat going.
Oh, yeah, what I like about on the other chat is that it actually shows up in the video, like on Facebook. All the chat shows up on the video, so it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been using this Tamiya cement, and it is poison.
Poison?
Yeah. It says no fire. But this thing works awesome on styrene. So this little corner popped out, so I got to glue it back. But once I'm done and I'm satisfied to how everything is, I'm going to be probably reinforcing the inside corners with shoe glue or something.
I thought about doing that with this body. I've watched so many people do shoe glue or actually putting in, I think it's like fiberglass.
Well, somebody last week was showing Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape has this clear, it looks like packing tape, but it's a little bit thicker, but it's actually lighter than duct tape. And it's pretty strong. So if you actually use that, it's pretty good. So look at Dave from RC Patrol. He says, hey, Tony, you need some mud bashers.
Some mud bashers?
Yeah, he says he's got a set if you need them.
Oh, really? Are they 2.2s? Yeah, man, I'll hit you up on Facebook. I've been looking for some 2.2 mud bashers for this thing. I had to get some just kind of just tires to put on for now.
He's got with XL CI foam.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool.
It sounds cool. So why don't you explain to us, Dave, because that's what Dave was supposed to come on tonight and talk about. Well, here, I'll take me off presenting. I forgot I'm on presenting. Hold on.
I'll show my progress. I got the front all done here. You got tape stuck to everything.
Yeah.
I was doing a live earlier when I first started on it, and I had it all over my arms. But yeah, I think that'll work all right for the front end. I mean, my lines aren't perfectly straight, but for a mud truck, I think it's going to be all right. I might actually be done.
Nobody's going to see all those details when you're going to be jumping and doing flips.
Yeah, and so this actually is like I've rolled this over, so it looks a little worse even. But the main grill here, I don't know, I locked up on my screen.
Yeah, you are frozen.
Come on, internet. Do me a solid.
Come on, bring Tony back. It is switching to me, but for some odd reason.
How's that?
You're back.
All right. So that's what I got. And again, this is just kind of rolled over the front excess. I haven't masked off the Chevy logo because I'm going to paint that on the front side, like I said. So I'll just let that go black back behind it. That way I can get the outline around it in black. But you can see the pinstripe going all the way around.
Nice.
Back. So I think that'll do. And where's the truck? I'll show you what it looks like. I don't know if Dave has seen this. It's looking really cool on here. Pull it out. That's what she looks like. She's a snug fit. There's actually little holes on there where I can actually screw the body in if I want. And probably they made it so you could maybe cut the back off all the way if you wanted to screw in up here. That's what I'm guessing. You could do a tap in of just the flares on the side. So, anywho, I'm liking it. And so this is hollow.
Yeah.
If anybody hadn't seen that, it cut it right out. Because one, a truck bed isn't flat, and two, for a build like this, it'd have to be cut out. And you see them in the monster trucks like that. So
yeah,
it's kind of scale to do it. But I almost don't need anything. I mean, that body sticks on there pretty well. I did buy some shocks too, Tank, when I was in Hobbytown. I did give them some good hard money. But I bought these. I don't know if they're going to be long enough, but they're hot racing internal spring air shocks. But I think because these ride so low already, that
well,
by the time
100 or 110 millimeters for those, I'm not sure those are going to be long enough. What are those, 90?
these are 100.
100? Oh, you should be not bad.
So, I mean, these are, I mean, it's already sitting so low where they've got these mounts. They're not like way up in the top. So, I mean, that axle is going to be down there as is. I'm picturing the tires and where they're going to sit if this is way down here.
Yep.
So, I think it's going to be all right. But,
so those axles you just got that you were showing me, the metal axle, those are the ones that's going to go on there?
Yep. And they got the MIP drive shafts, and I got the I just bought this from somebody locally. Trying to find what I can. Millennium System Traxxas.
Okay.
So just a VXL 3S system.
Yep.
So figured this could be used a lot of different ways. If I don't like it for this, didn't hurt to have it. So decent deal on that. And then I got the SMT-10, the Tactics radio. I just like those controllers for something you don't need a lot. I just need something to make it go. And so that's what I'll use for this. But yeah, I think I've got now all the pieces to actually build it.
Cool. 2KRC backward wants to know which axles you're using.
Which axles I'm using? They're called eBay Alloy SCX10 axles.
So you got them off eBay?
Yeah, they're off of eBay. They're from California. It's a U.S. warehouse, at least. But I wanted the narrow axles, so that's why I went with the SCX10. I thought with the mud truck, keeping it tight and narrow and tall would look cool. So I like that it, kind of matched, and so that's where I was kind of going with that.
Cool.
But yeah, I did metal. I also did a metal skid plate, but I'm doing the SSD.
The SSD, yeah.
Yeah, links. So it's based on a 12.3 inch or 313 millimeter SCX10 is what I was told. And so that's what I'm going off of. So hopefully, I know I could have made my own, but just buying them pre-done was faster. It's really what it came down to. I wanted my son to help me build it, and so he can start assembling things like this.
Yeah.
And so looking for things that he could help work on. And so the parts that I got.
And how old is your son now?
Huh? He's 8.
8? Okay.
Yeah. So he just put together his first little model. And then after that, we were talking about trucks, and I was showing him this body, and he said he wanted to help build it. So, or the chassis that I was ordering.
Yeah.
And he thought it was cool, and he wanted to help make a mud truck. So, I think I'm done with that. I can put that one away until I paint it. I don't know what else I have to do. I think I'm good.
If I was you, just an idea, I would put CCX on the top roof.
Yeah. I'll probably just sticker that, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll probably just put. I have some clear stickers that go on, or I'll get somebody to vinyl cut one that I can just put right on there, maybe even on the hood of it.
Because if you get somebody to vinyl cut one, but print it backwards, so you can and cut it backward, so you can stick it on the inside, and then when you paint all your black, you can actually peel it off after and paint that chrome with the rest of your chrome, and then it would be chrome on top. You know what I mean?
No.
You would get them to cut it in vinyl the same way that your window masks are. So you're using it as a mask inside.
That would be pretty cool. I'm impatient, though. That's one of my faults.
Yeah, well, same here. I'm building a build, and I want to see what it's going to do right away. So I'm impatient on the paint, or I just want to get it done, and let's go. Let's get rolling.
Yeah. Fix this a little bit.
Oh, Dave from RC Patrol says mirror it. That's what I meant also to say.
Yeah, mirror the print.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just stick it in there. I just had somebody print me some to put on my car. Gave me an awesome deal. Local guy here, and he had a vinyl cutter. So he wanted to, when I did the studio, when I fixed it and changed everything, he offered to make a sign for the back. And I said, I have one. I was just trying it without a sign up there. Mm-hmm. And I actually liked it without the branding, but it was just kind of vacant in that middle. And so when I put it back up, it just looked better. So I might get something else in there. I've got some news coming that I can't wait to share in the next couple days or so. But I'm waiting to get some paperwork and all that squared away before I do. And yeah, then we'll share some stuff on there. Maybe we'll change some stuff out in the background. But yeah, I don't know. I have some clear stickers. And then people could take it off if I sell the truck and they don't like the C6RC logo. They just want the truck. Although, who am I kidding? I'm never going to sell it. Look behind me. Do I sell anything? So I'll show Dave the tires I got.
See, the one I want to paint, and I'm kind of in a rush of doing it. Not in a rush, but
Show the scale size. These, I guess, will sit.
so those are 1.9s.
These are 2.2.
Oh, those are 2.2s?
Yeah, they're not very tall though. I put them next to my 1.9s on the truck here, and these just have. I mean, they're just not that much bigger.
Okay.
I mean, not much at all. I guess 0.3 is all that's bigger, right? 1.9 to 2.2.
Mm-hmm.
What I needed were probably 2.6s. Is that what the new King Sling tires are? Have you seen those? The J Concept?
Yeah, those monster truck tires.
Yeah, those things are sick looking.
On the side of the tire, it might actually give you the outer tire diameter. You might be looking for an XL tire or something in 1.9.
Yeah, the guy showed it with the mud bashers on it, and it. I don't know. I got these from AliExpress, so
I can show you something.
I don't know that much about it.
These
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
are XL tires.
Yeah, so it's like I've seen that like Super Swamper, the XL size. So those are really tall, but they fit on a 2.2 rim.
Yeah, these are 1.9.
Oh, those are 1.9 rims.
Yep. It's just that the outer diameter is 4.73.
Yeah.
So from outside to outside, 4.73 inches. Whereas this one is, 4.35. It's about a half an inch difference. But quite a bit of width difference. And
yeah, I mean, there's definitely a difference. I mean, angles aren't helping me out here, but
oh yeah,
like these are my 1.9s off the truck.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not nearly what I thought it was going to be. But I think that the mud bashers are pretty big, tall tires, and so if you get the 2.2s, they're really, really chunky. So
nice.
I also didn't get. I thought these came with hexes on them, and so that's something else I'm going to have to get. Are hexes now? So actually, I don't have everything I need. It's always one more thing.
Right.
I probably have enough cars that I can just steal some hexes for the time being. But I mean, if it's lifted enough, it's still going to look like a mud truck.
Oh yeah.
With these tires on it. And so that'll come down to the shocks, I guess, and seeing where those are going to hit. I guess I'm naive to how these are even going to work, but we'll see. Looks like it comes with extra springs in these. I don't know. Have you guys ever used these hot racing shocks?
I think RC Overload has a video on them.
Yeah, that's going to sit nice and high on there. I'm going to have to definitely get some spacers.
Roughly.
I'll have to get some spacers, I think.
Yeah. They make slightly wider hex adapters too. If you just want to space it a slight amount. Proline, there might be 2 or 3 millimeters addition on each hex adapter.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think that. I think it comes with spacers in here now that I look.
Oh, nice.
So that'll work. So what do you got there, Tank? That looks awesome.
That's that Tonka paint job he was showing us.
Nice. He's muted though. He's pointing. Okay, so it's like 3 words, 4 words. You can't use letters though like that, Tank. You're cheating.
Maybe he's working on cutting the body out.
Oh yeah, grinding
on that body.
Yep. So that body's going on that. He's got to trace that on there. He's going to use that as a mask. I don't know.
I believe that was his plan. Yeah, to then put masking tape over it. And
yeah. So probably what I would do is I would probably Sharpie it on the outside, or just tape it on the outside so you can see through the tape. Hit it with a light.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
That's what his plan was, I think. I can show you a light box I made just out of some stuff I had around. Fluorescent light. And
There I am talking to you guys, and you guys are not listening to me, and my mic was muted.
I told you that, and then I joked like it was Pictionary. It said 3 words, 4 words.
That's why you were saying that. Okay. Because I was there. Tony, listen to me. I'm trying to explain to you what I'm doing, and then you weren't listening to me because
so I was being rude and cutting you off and talking over you the whole time.
Yeah. So I just found it very weird.
Sorry.
So right now I just glued this on the inside. It's in the inside of the body just to see what it will look like. But then I made another one of this, but a full one, but mirrored. So once I've taped all the inside, I'm going to stick it on the outside and then use a light box, just like Kagan has. That is light box. I'm just going to put the body on it. I'm just going to put the body on it, and then I'm going to use an X-Acto and just cut out the black part.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll cut out your tape that way, and then you'll just stick it in there.
That is correct. I'm going to cut out the tape because I'm actually going to see the logo through the light. So you actually use an X-Acto on the inside, cut the tape so softly, and then you can do it the same way Hemistorm does it. So he's got a lot of videos, and I've been looking at what he's doing. But it's time consuming. It's almost the same way you're doing right now. But
yeah, but not inside the truck.
Yes, inside the truck. Exactly what you're doing.
No, but I mean, you're able to cut yours out more exact because you're not trying to do it inside the truck like I'm doing, cutting it away inside the truck.
No, how I'm going to do it is I'm going to tape the whole truck and then peel it, compared to you're doing it kind of backward. But
so you're going to put just line tape the whole inside of the truck and then cut it.
That is correct.
I have seen him do that.
And I'm actually going to peel all the yellow first. All the yellow parts, and then I'm going to paint it yellow, and then I'm going to be painting it black. But
so you're doing the light color first.
Yes, you always do the light color. So what you're doing right now, you're doing the backward. You're going to do your dark color, then you're going to be doing your chrome. You should be doing your chrome first, then doing your black.
But the darker color changes the color of the...
Yes, that's why I'm going to be painting it yellow, and then I'm going to back it with white, and then I'm going to take the rest of the paint off, and then I'm going to be painting it black.
Why wouldn't you just tape off the yellow, paint the whole thing black, not do a backer? Because your yellow will back your black, and then you can put a white background on a little bit when you're done.
Because you got to do the light color first.
Says who?
Everybody that paints.
That's backed with black is a little bit darker looking. Doesn't pop quite as much as when it's backed with a white.
Right. Well, that's why I start with my dark colors and then I move to light, and then I end with white or silver.
Right.
That way, my lighter colors don't have anything dark behind them.
I don't know. Everybody told me to do it that way, to do the light first and then go to your dark. But before I do my dark, I am going to back my yellow with white. So when I do my black, it won't even show.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it's going to be nice looking.
Well, regardless, it's going to be awesome looking, Tank. I love the content.
It's going to be different, and then that's what I'm looking for. So
I got to take a closer look.
Now I'm going to have to go back and watch videos on how to paint cars. Maybe my mind has a bunch of them tonight, but I've been doing it wrong all this time. But honestly, I just go by whatever's the hardest. Whatever I'm going to have to do for paint. That's what. As far as my design, whichever is easier for me to draw out is what I do. So if I had a really intricate design in black, I'd probably paint the design in using liquid mask, paint everything else, and then remove that and paint that design last. So,
but hey, if it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody's asking, did we lose subscribers today? Because YouTube's cleaning up subscribers. I don't know what I had last. I don't usually look at the numbers, so I don't know.
And I don't have a channel, so nope, I'm good.
You're good. Good. Doesn't really make that big a difference for views, I guess. Some ways it does.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I should turn on my plasma. See what's playing.
That's the next thing I do is build the garage. I just don't have any place for it right now.
I use the back of my table, but it's all messy right now. Every time I build something, okay, but the only thing I don't have is a remote for it. Wish I had
it's a touchscreen TV. That's even more high end.
Yeah. Started from back.
The news stations have that.
There we go.
What are you saying, Kagan?
He could put his I have that same girl you have, Tank, that blonde with the blue skirt. It's in my monster garage.
Oh. My wife?
Yep.
And that's me.
Co-pilot. Yep. She stops down to New York once in a while and sees me.
That's awesome. So what are they watching?
The X-Men.
Oh, nice.
I got to put the right format. Here we go.
Careful not to show too much.
I got in the mail some. Oh, where's my camera? Oh, there's my camera.
0017 RC Racing from Louisiana.
Yeah, nice. Louisiana. Team 007. 17 RC Racing. Workman Paradise. So he was sending a bunch of license plates. So there's a shout out for you.
That's true.
And I'm going to be putting one of those license plates on my trailer, on my camping trailer.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. You actually might see one of those down there in New Orleans driving around in real life. Wouldn't shock me.
That's a redneck thing to do.
Yeah, well, you got some interesting people. What's so colorful about that area? These are awesome.
My wife came down earlier and says, "You talk loud." So I woke up. So I'm going to have to be more quiet.
Perils of running a YouTube channel, Tank.
Well, the ceiling are insulated, but sometimes you get carried away.
When I was working on my Revo the other night, it was like 2 a.m. or something, and I powered it up. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to calibrate the motor and the ESC, and I didn't do it right because I hadn't turned the controller on. So I was doing it right. I did everything right except I forgot to turn the controller on. And so when I finished the calibration process, that thing just started whining like crazy. I mean, it's just so loud. I was in a little trouble.
Cool.
Sweet. Let's go with carbon fiber mount for your. It's pretty cool. Just got to figure out. The one bummer about these kinds of things is when they don't come with instructions. You got to trial and error it.
Right.
I keep forgetting to take me off presenting.
We like seeing you better anyway.
Oh yeah, you do have the same chick as I do. Look at that.
Yep.
Tank, somebody's asking what you're pulling the trailer with or the camper with. You got to show it off. Not everybody's seen it yet.
What am I pulling the trailer with?
Yeah.
Okay, just wait. Let me do something here. Where is it?
I don't know if this is waterproof though. I could destroy this thing in the mud.
Fill it right up with grease.
No, you put marine grease on that in there.
On what? No, I just mean it's got a carbon fiber mount on the top. I doubt the edges are sealed, so I'll just maybe conformal coat it.
So if you guys go on the, just wait, I'll make sure I'm presenting to everybody. Okay, yes, I am. So if you go on Facebook and you type in the Tank RC, you'll find my page. And on Facebook and Instagram, also, I've been putting a lot of videos and pictures. I haven't done a video yet of the trailer. But if you come here, come on. So there's a bunch of pictures of when I was building it and more pictures. And then I was painting it. But here's a trailer. So that's what's pulling my trailer. It's pulling itself. So I'm keeping all my pictures and my little short videos I'm doing, and by Saturday or Sunday I should have a video on YouTube.
Cool. That's running nice.
Yeah, and the other one that was actually cool to see is when I'm doing wheelies with it, and it actually does wheelies better now. Okay. Waiting for it to refresh.
How's your
I
skid
post
plate?
a lot of things.
Hey, that looks awesome. Wait, what's that truck?
Oh, that's a monster truck. That
looks like the one I'm building, man. Except that that's a Bronco, or not a Bronco, but a Blazer.
It is a Bronco.
Is it a Bronco?
Yeah, it's a Bronco.
Yeah, it's a Bronco. You're right.
The title of this is The Perfect Bronco. You need big tires like that.
Tony or Frank, I just pushed my picture to present.
Oh, just a second there. Just let me finish one thing first. I just want to show the other one.
No
this is the original camper that I saw, the original video, which is called my inspiration. Okay, here's the one I want to show you real quick before you.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen this one yet.
So that was my son driving it. And I was videotaping it. But just before, this is the part I like, is when it actually backs up and then it just wheelies like crazy. And it actually does that right now, so it's kind of cool. Just wait, I'll stop presenting and I'll show you.
That's neat seeing it in action too. Seeing the mechanics of it in action.
Okay, you're presenting now.
Oh, thanks. I just wanted to show Tony this. Same as the truck he wants to do.
Oh yeah, that's Friday Night Lights. So that's got the solid line going down the side, the thick one.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought about doing that.
Cool.
So,
It was going to be way
easy.
easier, which is why I thought about doing it.
Yep, yep.
Well, show the back of it. It was going to the frame rate was too slow. You turn it a little. The light's kind of. I'm trying to see if I can see the logo. You have to just take a picture with it maybe and send it to me. Oh, don't open it.
It doesn't matter. I don't really collect them.
That looks sick. Okay. Now, does it have silver going up all the way around the front window too?
Yep.
The whole thing is lined with silver, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, just Google the name of that truck. What's the name on the package?
Friday Night Lights. It was a TV show on like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah. The football team?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Well, see, I could still do it, though. So once I take off my window here, I could potentially just take a marker and silver the inner lining of it, I guess. Or the outside. I don't – because I've got this window thing in here, I think it'll be a pain to then put tape up against it and try and get it
precise.
Yeah. I think it'll be easier to marker it maybe after.
I've used Sharpie, and these Testors paint pens work nice also.
That's what I was looking at. It's definitely a gold one for the Chevy. I'm gonna have to find somebody because they write out Chevrolet on the back of these that I see. Oh no, here it is.
Yeah, it's on your sticker sheet I saw.
I've got it. But it's yeah. I don't have like this silver color though. I have like gunmetal gray, and so that's what I was thinking about doing in this back area. So I have the chrome going on top and bottom, and then like gunmetal gray in here. So that's what I'm thinking. Just to have another color in there.
Like the color of the TRX4.
Yeah, that's the color I need. I think mine will be a little darker than that, though.
Okay.
So I'll try to show you something because that's the only way I know how to for you to hear the audio. Because if I play a video on my page, you will not hear the audio. So I'll let you watch a little video I did tonight of this. So hopefully it's going to show up. Let's see what I can do.
So how do you like it?
It has trailer lean.
Trailer lean?
What's this? Look when I turn. It's like a trailer lean. Oh man, he even missing the rear gate, so it's working to the left. This thing is friggin' awesome. I like the dash. That is so much fun. You know, you're gonna have to get like replacement front tires. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the front tire is gonna burn right off if you keep letting me drive it.
I think there's replacement for that. It does mean a lot.
This is great. Oh man, talk about having a vision for a project and then actually doing it, eh? Like that. That's incredible. You need some sponsor stickers on it.
I got a couple.
I went to Utah, Mount Washington. You know, you need a bunch of crazy bumper stickers on it.
I'm trying to find a bike, but it's the back of it.
Yes.
A bike rack.
We'll do a nice wheelie.
So there you go.
That was cool.
It's going to be a winner there, Tank.
That's fun.
It's going to surprise some people, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, a guy on Facebook, SoCrawl, was saying, he goes, now I've seen everything. Now I can say I've seen everything.
Yeah.
So I see that this didn't come with everything I need. I guess that's not a real shocker, considering.
Why? What do you think you got missing?
Oh, I don't have something missing. Never mind, I'm an idiot.
So you got a front axle and a rear axle, right? Tony?
Yeah, I did.
Why didn't you get 2 front axle and get 4-wheel steering on your truck? It's a monster truck.
That'd be cool.
That's a good question.
Might help you in the mud too. More expensive.
Uh-oh, Tony's thinking. I can see the smoke. Oh, coming out of his ear.
What the hell is this supposed to do? This would be...
Yeah, you're going to get one arm. If that one's bent, that one is go from one wheel to the other.
It should mount onto here, yeah?
Yes.
Yep, that's your drag link.
It's way short. So I need to mount here and way over there.
That's the theory anyway.
Huh?
I said that's the theory anyway. You may
That's
look
just
on YouTube and see if you can find a video. That's what I do if I can't figure it out. Right off.
I mean, it's just too short.
Well, you don't have any other part? Because you need the part where... no, that's the other arm that goes on it. That goes to the servo.
Right.
But you should have little other little parts.
I have the SSD ones that'll work. So
yeah, sometimes on the steering knuckle, there's a little aluminum bracket that hooks onto the drag link.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
because right now I don't see on your aluminum knuckles where you would attach that.
Yeah, that arm that comes off.
Yeah. Because you're supposed to have 2 little brackets with a screw hole into it. Where is that?
Yeah, that's a good question where that is. It's missing. That's where it is. That's what you get incomplete.
Incomplete puzzle. It's challenging.
Yeah, the steering block is incomplete. It doesn't have the arm.
Yeah, you're supposed to get a little arm where you attach those 2 rods onto it. Which box did you have there, Keegan? Bring that box back.
Your tactical unit.
Okay.
Your X4.
That box still looks sealed.
Oh yeah, still in the plastic.
Oh, what?
Just got it today.
Oh, you just got it today, and you still didn't open it.
Nope. I actually got another one here too, but I haven't started yet. Another project. Bomber.
Nice. A bomber.
That'll be my first kit I've ever done.
Okay. So that's the kit version. The other one also is the kit version, right?
Nope. TRX4 is the cheaper version of the Traxxas nude crawl.
Okay.
It's the basic body.
Cool.
I'll probably start this kit maybe this weekend.
I saw the HPI crawler today. It looked pretty impressive. The way the motor is in the front and the transfer case, it's a nice build. It's a very nice little truck. It's well made.
Yeah, I've seen some of Hemi Storm's videos. He likes it.
Just hopefully,
down low. Sorry.
Hopefully we'll get the part support for it,
right.
as HPI has been kind of restructuring, so it's been a weird last 2 years with them.
Yep. The whole Hobbyco thing that Medic was talking about on his live video. It's going to be interesting for a while.
Yeah. I was at the hobby store today because I ordered a Hoonigan from HPI, the nice Ford Mustang there.
Yep.
So I ordered one of them from the local hobby store because I could have ordered it online because everybody's got it in the States online. So I want one.
Yep.
But I didn't want to pay US dollars and the shipping and all that. I said, no, I'm just going to take my time and order it from my local hobby store.
Nice.
But when I went there today, I told them, listen, your warehouse, which is in Newfoundland, they have one, and the Toronto store has one. Where's mine?
Mm-hmm.
So they go, well, it's on order. I go, okay, but where is it? He goes, well, we don't know because what's going on with Hobbyco right now. So they're not even sure if I'll be able to get one. And then I go, what the heck? You have one in the warehouse. Send it here. But if they send it here, I have to pay shipping.
I see.
So I might do that. I'll see tomorrow, and I'll see what the cost is going to be. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to get that small one, that Hoonigan car here. So
That's really sharp.
I've heard good thing with the body. It's supposed to be very nice. It's not the best drifter and all that, but I don't care about that. What I care about more is the body right now. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it stands out for sure.
Looks like Tony is installing on the rear.
Nice.
I'm typing the guy from eBay right now, telling him that I'm missing the steering block arms.
Oh, on the knuckles?
That connect the steering block to
I
the.
think maybe in your SMT10s, it would have something similar too, if it's the same kind of design, just a little triangular bracket with a couple holes in it.
But these are all solid. These are completed. I mean, maybe it would fit, be a match to take this off and put on the whole knuckle.
Oh no, yeah, I was just in case you didn't know what we were talking about, for reference.
Yeah, no, it comes off here, the little arm, or off the front, I guess. And so it should. There's just not. I mean, there's just not pieces here. There's all I've got are screws in this other, and the empty bag. This should have been in this, probably this parts bag. I was trying to figure out what these gold pieces went to, because they seem like they'd go into here, and they do, but that is the spacer between that knuckle.
Oh yeah.
So that's what you get. You get a hassle for your savings.
Right.
Yeah. So now I'm just emailing him saying that I'm missing the arms that attach these knuckles to the steering links.
Yep. To drag link. Yeah. Hopefully it's sitting on his table or something, and you forgot to put them in there.
You might have to take a picture and send it to him with that email.
Good idea.
Yeah, 2KRC Backroad saying he likes the HPI rig, the axle on the HPI rig. Yeah, I heard good things on it. That's what Chris was actually saying. Chris from GCM Racing was actually saying that those axles are very good, and the gearing on it is also very low. So for crawlers, they're very good. So if you get a hands on those axles, they're going to be very good for doing a homemade crawler, because they have lots of reduction, 1 to 2, I think, on the transfer case in the center, because the whole motor is at the front, which is really cool. They got a long drive shaft going to the transfer case. That transfer case is geared 1 to 2, and then there's lower gearings also on the axles. So he says it crawls pretty good.
I think my hobby shop's trying to get one in, but it hasn't come in yet.
Okay.
I try to buy through them too, exclusively. Sometimes I go on Amazon to get specialty things, but
yeah, I'm not too fussy right now for the Traxxas crawler. To me, it's a nice truck. There's a lot of nice options, but I think it has too many options right now. There's too many things on it that could break.
Yeah, it definitely makes a good shelf queen.
And that's the reason why I'm not leaning on that one. But the HPI one, though, that's one I'm thinking about very seriously, maybe for next year.
Gotcha. Got some innovations in it, that's for sure.
I love my TRX4. I sold some guys on it when we were trailing. They saw what it could do stock.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
And that's what he said. Stock out of the box, that's one of the best one out there as far as he knows, because the dry shafts are very good dry shaft. It's all metal gears everywhere. There's a lot of good options on that truck.
Yeah. But it's heavy. When it comes out with that new Bronco body, though, I think a lot of
Oh, you
people
don't
are
like the
going to want
Toyota
it.
body?
Huh?
You don't like the Toyota body?
For the
I think he's talking TRX4 Bronco.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
TRX4. Yeah. No, I like the one that comes on the HPI.
Yeah.
FJ Cruiser body. I love that.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Did a good job with that.
I'm going to rebag this stuff up. It's a bummer. The project that will not end. I'll let my son do the paint job on it.
2K backward, 2K RC backward is saying how are the micro servos holding on the TRX4? I've heard from some. Says I've heard from some that they're failing.
Really,
and are expensive to replace.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything bad about the servos, that they're failings or anything. They are on not ropes, but they're.
I'm more worried about it tearing the cable. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all on cables, so it's not that bad. Where I've seen things failing is the electronics. I've heard nightmares with the electronics that's in there right now. Motors failing, ESC failings. But the rest of the truck, I haven't heard anything on the servos.
My friend had one. He was driving in a stream or something, and it started. The ESC started on fire. He doesn't know if it did or if it's something. It just had a spot in it that wasn't waterproofed. What the deal was.
Here we had an event here at my house in the back, and somebody brought one. He actually works at the hobby store, so he tried at his house. He was bashing at his house. The ESC caught on fire at his house. He changed the ESC for another ESC of the same, because he worked at the hobby shop, so he put another one in it. Came here 2 days later and burned the ESC again.
Well, I don't even dare put battery packs in mine. Now you're saying that. What batteries was he running?
I think he was running 3S.
Okay.
3S.
Yeah, I'll probably start with nickel metal hydride 7 cells.
Well, you're okay on LiPo 2S, because when you really think about it, on LiPo 2S and LiPo or nickel metal, you get the same voltage. It's just it's more constant.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
And it is probably a bigger burst. Where you're going to have more trouble is when you start going with 3S. That's when the ESC really heats up, and it's probably.
I've been thinking about. I only have a couple LiPo batteries for my Latrax Alias drone. Other than that, I use nickel metal hydride. Just the ones that come with the Trax stuff.
Yeah, they work great.
Yeah,
I still have some. I still use them once in a while.
Right. Yeah, they seem to last.
I seem to use those more on my my drifter, on the drifter, or when I go to the bashing at my son's school outside, and I put them in my MO3s or on my Tamiya trucks. I seem to slap those in there more than I like those.
I made this battery box.
So you took a toolbox and built a battery box.
Yeah, just for battery storage.
Cool. They're separated.
Smoke detector here and GFI.
You charge them in there too, or no?
No, I usually just set them out on this board, charge them, or I charge the LiPos in the sack.
Bar Harbor Bashers Evening Fellow. Good day, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, we're still on. 11:45. We're still talking.
Going strong.
Yeah, I'll make these links while I can. At least a few of them.
I thought you were going to get your son to make them.
I'm going to have him make some of them. That's
Yeah,
one
those
of
are
the
easy.
kits all here.
Those are easy to make.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll get him some wrenches and let him just twist them on.
You need to get the pliers for shocks. You got those pliers for shocks, the special pliers for the shocks?
No.
You know,
I'll show you what it looks like.
I'm looking for a set of those eventually too. They look handy.
Problem is they're friggin' expensive, but worth it.
Right.
So this is the one I'm using. It's a Team Lozy Racing pliers.
Uh-huh.
So it looks like a real plier, but there's no teeth. There's just a little gap for you to actually grab the shock. But what's nice with these is you can actually grab your links and not scratch them. So you're holding them pretty tight, and then you can wrap it around like you're doing.
That's smart.
Yep.
That's always the worry. I always wrap something around them to try not to put any teeth marks from my needle nose pliers into them.
That's correct.
But then that'll slip every once in a while, and you just take off the paper towel and you put them right on, and then you pray that you don't destroy them.
Yeah.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to thread the tubes for him and then let him put the ends on.
Yeah.
That way I don't lose pieces.
Bar Harbor Basher says wire strippers works great. Problem with wire strippers is that they cut, and you don't want to put any marks on your tubes. So that's why this basically doesn't put any marks, and especially when you're working with shocks also, it actually helps you. That's my 5 cents.
Mm-hmm.
You may be talking about the notch at the end here. At the end of wire strippers, you have a little circular notch. It's not really a cutting surface or anything. It's like a grabbing surface.
Okay.
I'm thinking anyway. Because up here is, it's got teeth on it up there, but just under it, generally on a decent pair of wire strippers, you'll find a grabbing surface.
I find with those, if you push hard enough, they're not really one on top of each other. So if you push hard enough, it actually goes sideways a little bit.
Yeah, they like to walk side to side.
Yeah.
The more used they get too. They round, they're kind of ovular.
So Bar Harbor says not the crimping ones. But he's probably thinking of something else. Well, Basher, get on here and show us. Turn on your camera and get on here and show us.
Axial fabbing.
The one stripped down in the base of the handle.
Okay.
Fabricating stuff right now. He's busy.
He's busy.
One of these is longer.
So I got one of these things, like everybody else.
Yeah, they're fun, aren't they? In a really kind of cheesy way.
Yeah.
The detail's awesome.
Yeah, the detail on it is awesome. I got this from Chris because he says he's not going to do anything with it. And I said, well, I'm going to play with it. I got a tank, which is the same scale. So it's going to look good. So me and my son are going to be making some videos this summer, some war videos. So now I got to find some little army guys.
Right.
The little green men.
Yeah.
What scale that is? What was it, 12th scale or 16th scale something?
16th.
Okay.
16th,
that's
right.
right.
I think you're 16th.
You're right, it's 16th.
Yeah.
They got a couple different ones. One of them is a Toyota pickup.
Yeah, I saw that.
Trying to think through ways that I can fix that shock, or not the shock, that link without having to deal with them. Probably make little rods, just like these that come off.
Make your own.
Just a little threaded piece that I could put these on and then just cut it to length.
For what? To do what?
To make those little arms coming off the axle. If I just made my own little threaded, just take threaded rod like this, run it through a piece of tubing, cut down, and then put ends on it, and then I could make my own axle piece that I need, that arm.
Yeah, I'm sure you can send you something, or look at the pictures of what you bought and see if it actually does come with it.
It does. I see them in there. It's here for the people that were asking earlier. Here's, I'll just show. Where's the picture of it? Here, you can see it here. See the arms coming off?
Yep.
So it should have.
Yep.
But it has like the spiraled gears and everything. But yeah. We'll see if they answer.
Cool. Oh, Kagan got kicked out again. I don't know why. Oh, he not kicked out, but he left again. He was about to show us his rate. I think he had a rate.
Maybe when he leaves the room, he turns it off. I'm building these. I can't help but build them with them in front of me. Put them back in the bag. Let him do them. Do you blue Loctite yours or no? I don't usually, because there's not any movement for them twisting as far as threading goes.
Yeah, they can't untwist, so there's no need for Loctite, because once they're tied to the chassis and tied to your axle,
there's no spinning. Yeah, that's why I don't bother. I was just curious if you did or not.
No, I didn't. I don't.
Yeah. All right, so I'm trying to work on anything, little things I can while we're in here.
Cool.
I'm bummed about that piece missing. I was really hoping to maybe have a mud truck by this weekend.
You think you'll get it?
That piece took a while to get here, even from the U.S. It shipped from California. Took a week, so I probably won't get that piece for another week.
Yeah.
So unless I just like steal the axles maybe off my SCX-10 or something.
Dave from our Radio Control Patrol, RC. Wow, tongue tied tonight. Radio Control Patrol is asking, what's everyone's favorite axial vehicle for trailing? Well, mine's my rat rod, but I don't have it. It's gone. It's missing. MIA. Yeah, it's not an axial. An axial. Two KRC Backroad says it's for him. It's a trail honcho. Dave says it's the Wraith for him. Me, it would be my SCX-10 now that it's all kind of hopped up, but I don't have a lot of hop up, but all at the good place. I find that's where I got my hop ups. Which one is your favorite axial trail truck, Tony?
Well, I've only had two, so Well, I had the Yeti, and that wasn't a trail truck at all. So I would say probably my SCX-10 is probably my favorite. The original, the 12.3-inch four-door.
So not the Trail Finder 2, but your original Trail Finder. You like that one better?
I don't have a Trail Finder, but just the Jeep.
Not Trail Finder, sorry. SCX-10 2.
Yeah. I don't know. I just maybe because I worked on it the most. It's got the dual motors. You know, the skid plate from Harley Designs. Not skid, but electronics tray. Howler Customs, I think it is. I bought it from HarleyDesign.com. I don't know. I just spent the most time working on this one, so I think that's what I liked about it. The other one performed pretty well, but I traded it away. This was my Jeep. The other one was just a Jeep Cherokee. But for me, my favorite truck's the Wrangler, so being able to have at least a toy one, since I can't have a real one, it's kind of, I guess, I don't know. I finally put some new tires on it, so hopefully it's going to perform better with these IROC Super Swampers on here. RC four-wheel drive, but my other tires are pretty chewed out, pretty soft. I mean, they look like you're running on flats the whole time because they're just so well, there's actually water coming out of them now. I don't know when that's from, but
These
Hustler treated well.
These Hustler MTX are awesome.
Yeah, they look really grippy.
Yeah, they are. They're very good. And like my hill at the back, my sandy hill, I got trapdoors, and the only way I can get that hill is if I put 3S on my truck. But with these, I put these on and I go up the hill, no problem on 2S. Like it's, and not even like it spins a little bit, but it just on loose sand, this thing is just crazy stupid. The only place I haven't tried them yet is on the rocks, but they are very sticky and very soft. They come with two-stage foam right off the bat, so they're very, very hard to squish. Very good tires. I was very impressed with them.
Cool. I like it. Somebody was just driving the other day when I was with camping. I can't remember what it was, what brand he used, but they were super sticky. I couldn't believe what he was able to do with these little 1.5 or whatever tires he had on. It was insane. But yeah.
Yeah, the guys are having a side discussion there on the side, saying that he thinks the Wraith is still one of the best rig out there.
Yeah, I wish I had one of those. Yeah. They just look unstoppable, is what it is.
They are, but to me, those are rock bouncers.
Yeah.
But with 2.2 tires, I call them a cheater truck.
Yeah, the crazy width. They're unstoppable basically.
Yeah, and there is a lot of ways to mod them, just like 2K RC backward is saying. There's a lot of ways to mod them. So
yeah, I watch people though. You watch Joe Conti with his, and that just looks like fun. So he's rock crawling with it, but those are some pretty gnarly setups that he takes on with that Wraith. Yeah, Dave saying you have to find a very challenging terrain.
Yeah, to have fun. So to have some good fun.
Yeah, but the spot where nothing else can go, that thing can.
Yeah. And then that's what I keep saying to some people that came here on my trail. I said, if you have a Wraith, you'll get bored because it's not challenging enough.
Yeah.
But what I find funny is, or fun, is when somebody mods their truck like monster truck style with very long shocks, and they got super flex on their trucks, and then they get on my trail and then they fail. It's because I got a lot of side hills. I got a lot of different stuff that your truck is just going to flip. Compared to if you have a low center gravity truck and your weight's on the bottom, you're going to do better. So I just find it funny. A lot of people, that's what they do with their truck is they try to get as much flex as they can. The problem is flex won't get you out of trouble. Sometimes you need truck without the flex sometimes.
Yeah.
And Barhar Basher is in with us. You're going to show us those pliers?
Hey, what's happening, fellas?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. Just trying to get my picture situated.
I'm going to mute for a second.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of those tires. Must have taken you a while to screw those.
Yeah, it did. There's 128 screws per tire, but I'm really excited to try them out.
So for you to get them on perfectly in the thread, you must have screwed them from the outside first and then screwed them from the inside.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I took a drill bit and went through and punched all the holes through first, and then I debeaded the tire and installed the screws from the inside, and then put a coating of tape over it so it never, broke down my foam.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, no, it's like just to put it in your hand, you can feel how sharp it is. They're gonna work awesome. I can't wait.
Just stay away from kids. You might.
That's no joke. Dogs, kids, nobody around. Yeah, no, they are definitely dangerous. I was thinking about taking the RC truck and making a salad out of some vegetables. Take a head of lettuce and shred it down, and maybe some carrots, maybe even a frozen steak, because I'm pretty sure that these would do a number on just about anything I put near them.
Yeah.
But the idea is to do some ice racing. We have a lot of ice right now, and my buddies were all avid fishermen, and we were laughing about it last weekend about dragging a fish out of the ice with one of my trucks.
Cool.
So that's the idea behind these.
Yeah, 2K RC Backroads is saying just called it Pinhead.
Yeah, pretty much. They're self-tappers, so
yeah,
what you get out of them is that twisted self-tap tip.
Yep, that's cool.
Yep, definitely work.
So which pliers were you talking about to hold the links or shocks?
Who are you talking to?
To you.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Which pliers were you talking about earlier for the to hold the links or the shocks that you use?
These right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to buy a set of the shock pliers, but these have always held me over pretty well. I've also taken and I'll take my needle nose and I'll put shrink wrap over the tip and I'll heat it up, and it'll stay on there for quite some time without marring things up.
Cool.
Little tip.
Yeah, shrink wrap over the needle nose. That's a good little trick.
Yeah, that works really good. Surprisingly, it holds up really well. Even after it mashes into the teeth a little bit, it really, I pretty much have to pull them off and redo them every time. So yeah, that works pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
So which truck are you going to put those tires on the solid axle or the other one?
I think at first I'm going to put them on the four-way steer one, and that way I can bring both of the vehicles out to the pond because I still have my chains on my solid axle rig. So okay. I figured I'd throw in a little comparison there. But these are the those are the chained up ones, and
Cool.
yep. So get a little variety going on.
So it looks like you build a shroud so the snow wouldn't get into your RC as much.
Yeah, I built that out of some plastic, and it has a primary cover that goes over it as well.
Cool.
It's right around here. I was just getting ready to clean up. Yeah, I don't know where the hell it is. But yeah, it does a really good job, and it allows air to keep moving around there and stuff. So,
What type of battery connectors are you using too? I just saw the red and black. Are you just using
those are they're XT150s.
Okay.
They have XT90s out, which are pretty popular, but these are the XT150s, and they lock in together like that, and this one locks in together like that, and then they just plug in together, ready to go.
They're usually meant for very high current.
Right.
When you're running 6S and something like that, that's what you run those bigger connectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the efficiency on them is really high.
I know people use XT90s, but the XT90s don't run the same current that the EC5s do, but those probably do even more.
Yeah,
Dave is asking.
I think they're good. I think they're good up to 250 amps.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Dave is asking if those tires we were showing were the 3.8 tires.
They are. And these are some 3.8 Badlands that are next to them.
So those are all 3.8s.
They are. And then I got these monsters.
Cool.
Yeah, these are, I think they're about 9 1/4 inches tall, something like that.
9 1/4? Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's a big can too.
It's a tall can.
It's a big can, and we're looking down at it, so it's sort of topographical, but yeah, lined up there, it's pretty considerable amount different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yep. The servo's been holding up really well.
Good.
I was a little skeptical about trying to keep a servo in this vehicle. At first, I went through a high-tech 7950 or whatever it is, the $160 high-tech. I went through one of those in about three times I went out. I went through it, and then I ended up getting a 5th scale Red Cat servos, and I went through 2 of those pretty quick. But I've had this one on here almost a year now, and I haven't had any problems in 1,000 ounces of power. So
that's a 5th scale one, right?
It is, yeah. It's the Spectrum 5th scale 1,054 ounce servo, and I got a soft mounted here on this little mount that I made, so it allows it to have a little bit of give. Another thing I like about it is it has this you can unplug it, so that's pretty nice. If I'm doing any work on anything, I can just unplug it and leave the wiring all hooked up as is.
Cool.
Reroute everything back to my receiver box or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. These Red Cat ball ends have been holding up really well. I've never broke one yet, so I've been pretty happy with those. And this 1/4 inch steel's been good. It's sort of offset now. It used to be pretty much symmetrical, but now it's been twisted around and offset. So it's been taking a beating, but so far nothing is broken at all in the front, which is awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I missed the tool. Do you still have it right there?
Oh,
It's the old style crimper.
Yeah, it's just an old style wire stripper. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
They grab right on and they don't mar it or anything. But yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So yeah, you ought to load a video, Francis, of that trailer that's doing the wheelie, the real deal one. That way people can get an idea of what you're making, because at first I was like, what the hell is he doing? I was like, a trailer that drives itself. But
Yeah, you kind of skipped over it.
Yeah, well, I did download it at work with Firefox. I can download YouTube videos. So I did download it, and I'm going to use a couple seconds of it because I heard you can actually take a video and talk about a video, but just use a few seconds. You can't use
for educational purposes.
Yeah.
Inform people. Yeah. Demonstration.
No, that's awesome.
So I'm going to be doing a video this weekend, and I'm going to be taking that and explaining. I saw that video, and out of that came this. So
right, yeah, exactly. Because I was sort of bewildered at first about what exactly you were doing, because I remember seeing it when you were having an interview with Chris DeGrasse and Dave. You were talking about doing this project eventually, and I was like, what is he doing? He's going to make a trailer that drives itself. And then after seeing the video, it made way more sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's really cool seeing that thing go, especially since I put the longer shocks, because now it's got bounce. So when you're driving and you steer to that way, you see the trailer it's actually waving just like a trailer would if you steer it. So
yeah, that's cool. No, that's great. I got a pretty good laugh out of it. I looked it up on the internet and watched the video.
Cool.
After I saw that little clip that you posted last time we were talking.
Yeah, and I did post it on SoCrawl, and I posted the link to that video. Here's my inspiration. And then under it, in the post, I put pictures and videos of the build. But I don't know if anybody clicked on the link for the YouTube.
Oh, gotcha. What a mess.
Yeah, I got to clean up my desk. I got to clean up to get more work area. Tony's getting pictures taken for Instagram.
Yeah, sure am. I realized I was going to paint it. I was thinking already about painting it. I'm like, I better take a picture at this point. I better do it now because I'm going to forget. I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to spray it with black.
So you want me to send you some links from Hemistorm of how to paint an RC?
Yeah, probably.
But hey, if the way you've been doing is working, keep doing it your way. But everybody that does it pretty much professionally, that's the way to do it, which is the way I told you. They do all the light colors first, and then they go to dark.
Yep.
Is that what you do too, Josh?
It is.
You paint the light colors first?
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, and it sounds like it's backwards, but that is what you're supposed to do.
Interesting.
I've done it in automotive, but yeah. Yep, I haven't gotten into cutting my hand decals yet. That was always the part of the project that I've always I guess sort of skipped over, which is really, I don't know. I know it's something I'd enjoy doing, you know. It'd be fun to do, but my computer printer, it's either out of toner or I can't connect up to it. The 2 times that I tried, I just said the hell with it, you know. But I'm
going to Google it right now.
Huh?
You're going to Google what?
I'm going to Google painting an RC.
Oh.
Google it up.
says most likely, Lexan bodies are typically painted starting with the darkest color to avoid a dark color such as blue showing through. Applying the dark color first negates an effect.
Uh-oh, he's fact-checking you.
Dave from RC Control Patrol says there's more way to skin a cat. And he
Yeah,
says
this one says apply dark color first. So it depends who you talk to.
Yeah. Sometimes he does do dark to light, but sometimes he does light to dark.
I honestly go by what's going to be my hardest thing to do. If I'm going to mask in a design, like say I was going to do my Darth Vader one and I was going to mask that in, I would probably mask it to cut the Vader out and leave the rest of the body open. And so if I was going to do that black, I would paint everything white first, then do the black second. In that case, I ended up doing that white, but I still finished with white. So I did dark first and I added white. And then I put silver behind that to back it. But yeah, I don't know. Because if you start with white, what do you back white with? Another white coat and then do black on top of it? That seems like it would still darken it.
You're asking too many questions.
Like if it was yellow, I can understand you back it with white. That would solidify it, like lock it in, then put black behind it. But at some point, still the dark color is gonna, unless you want really rich colors. I guess it depends on what you're trying to do.
I guess you would back up your white with a different color, depending how you want your white to pop.
You do white, and then you put an opaque backer behind it, and then do black.
Dave says a white backer is opaque.
Yeah.
So it's opaque.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just an RC guy.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just wing it most of the time.
I can understand if you're laying on top of, but because RCs are backwards. So like when my dad painted RC, or he painted helmets and things like that, he would start with the dark and then he'd layer on top of that the lighter colors. Same with a car. You're layering on top of the dark. Here you want to do the same thing, but you're doing it in reverse. So because you're painting from the inside, you'd start with the lighter color and then build to the darker.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, yeah, that is what you're saying. That's not how I do it, though. That's crazy. Anyway.
That's because you're painting from the inside. You're not painting from the outside.
Right. So then the lighter color is definitely the one that would technically be on the top.
That is correct.
Well, there you go. Learn something new every day.
Just by saying it, it made sense to you.
Yep.
I did this little mod the other day out of a piece of styrofoam.
Yeah, I did the same thing with mine.
Yep. Took a little piece of styrofoam, cut it really tight, and then just slid it over the wheel, and it's good to go.
What's fun with it is you can actually take it off and put it back on if you need it.
Yeah. Or
now somebody needs to make one with a strap on it, though, so you can adjust it to multiple.
See? I can adjust it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, I'm always trying to drive with one hand, hold my camera with one hand, and it's always a disaster. I never, ever get really any good footage. I'm always messing around with everything, so. It's the only thing in the hobby I really dislike is trying to take and capture footage. I really don't enjoy much of that at all.
Yeah, it's hard. It's especially when you're doing speed, like what you're doing, and you're doing wheelies or you're doing speed runs.
High action. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard to hit that jump perfectly, just like Tony does, hit that jump perfectly with one hand and
Yeah.
videotape with the other and get that perfect shot. It's really hard.
Yeah, it is.
With crawlers, it's a heck of a lot easier because you get a little bit more time, but with fast action moving, it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And it also takes a little bit of the interest of what you're actually doing away from it. Like, that's what happened to me is I started stressing out because my SIM cards would be full, or my camera wouldn't be charged, or my tripod wasn't set up right, or I forgot to push start on one of the cameras. And it started taking the fun away from it. And my wife's like, I thought you enjoyed this. And I'm like, yeah, I used to. I don't like trying to go out and get footage. So at that point, I pretty much left my camera at home every time I've ever gone out.
Yeah. So, well, it's just like me.
That was the part of the hobby I liked the most, and I didn't want that to get ruined for me. So and it sucks too, because I sometimes, catch myself doing some pretty hardcore, spectacular things that never ever get seen again, so it's like, that sucks. But
yeah,
what do you do?
Just like me, I went to the RC 4-wheel drive G6 here in Canada that was over here, and I barely took my camera out because I wanted to enjoy the G6. I wanted to enjoy the moment of just like with my son and doing it with them and just having fun and not saying, oh, wait a minute, I'll try to get the perfect shot here. Or wait a minute, I'll take this video. Or wait, I'll take that. No, I just left my phone in my pocket and I just had fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why pretty much I only do those ones with my phone on that selfie stick down at the ground. I just walk and keep doing it. If I get something, I get something. If I don't, I don't.
Well, you went far. Tony, you went far enough to buy a 360 camera. So the battle is real.
Yeah. I mean, I do that stuff for work, but I mean, my job's video production, so a lot of it's testing it. But
right.
And then I just bring it over and do the RC stuff with it every once in a while. I think it's really got potential for racing, but anybody can play it back and watch their car. Yeah. I don't want to be in the shot, so I don't particularly like the 360 camera. So I don't want people seeing what I'm doing when I'm walking around. But I just do it on that selfie stick down at the ground, and if I get the shot, I get the shot. If not, then I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
You've had some really high quality action running videos, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, half the time I think I'm not getting anything, and I'm kind of disappointed when I leave, and I get back, I'm like, oh, holy cow, that was awesome! I got it.
Yeah, yeah. Some of your BMX bashing videos came out really good, I thought.
Yeah, and then there's times when you miss it, like you see it, like the camera goes and then it cuts the car out for a second, and the car comes back in, and then you know. But again, it's where kind of not really take away from the moment of being there when I'm doing it. It's just it's in my hand, just with the controller. If I get it, I get it. If not, I just got tired of setting up a shot, filming, doing the next shot, filming. I wanted it to be more fluid and kind of part of the experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
so it means lesser quality video because this camera doesn't do it nearly as good as my big one up right next to here.
Yeah,
but
that's something that I was battling with as well.
It allows me to stay in the moment, and that's what's more important, I think.
It's the reason I haven't done any run-in videos over these vehicles on my YouTube page is mainly because I really can't serve it justice. I feel like I'm doing a dishonesty to the vehicle itself because you can't really capture what it's like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just it's a hard thing to explain, I guess. And I guess part of it's part of pride too. You want to, if you put 90% into something, you want to put that extra 10% to make it really all there, and I don't feel like I can by myself taking a video that, it would be a lot easier if I had another person that was able to stay focused and stuff, but it never really works out that way.
Right. I've had a few times I've been able
Oh,
to get a video guy to come with me, and those ones have been the best.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. But, you know,
Both driving and filming wise.
yeah, it's pretty discouraging to drive and film, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes the fun away. But
All right, well, I need to get going here soon. It's 12:30.
That's what I was about to say. It's been on for almost 2.5 hours. I usually keep these for about 2 hours. A lot of people like listening to them and all that. So, and I know your RC talk are 1 hour.
Yeah, and that seems long enough. I did one almost 2 hours the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I try not to.
sorry, it's my fault.
I find you get to talk and you
Yeah,
talk.
that's right. I blame him.
Sounds
Well,
good.
guys.
Thanks for showing up. Thanks for everybody in the chat room to chat with us and to be there. And hopefully next time you'll jump into the video conversation. If you don't have a camera and you have a microphone or shy of showing your face, you can actually do this. So you can actually mute your camera but still talk to us. So it beats typing, that's for sure. So next time, come on in, have fun, and subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for showing up, guys.
Hey, have a good one, guys.
See ya.